Read with Val. Read on, have fun, and dream big. Hello everyone, my name is Valerie. Today's book is all about finding your identity, and not only that, but learning how to adapt along with it. This book that I'm going to review is called Obie is Man Enough. It is by Schuyler Bailar, and it is a realistic fiction book. I would rate this book a 10 out of 10. In this book, our main character is Obie. Obie is a transgender boy. He was female at birth, but then he transitioned to being a boy at the end of 5th grade was when he really started to realize that he was a boy. Now, Obie is really passionate about swimming. It's like on the cover, as you can see, he is really into swimming. But since Obie told everyone he is transgender, the coach, he's a really good coach, but he's a bad person. He kicked Obie off the team for being transgender. And the coach's son, Clyde, was one of Obie's best friends. Clyde, Obie, and Lucy were really tight when they were kids, and they hung out a lot. They were like besties. The truth reveals when later on in the book you'll see why Clyde changed so much. So Clyde changed after Obie was told him he was transgender, and Clyde just keeps on tormenting and bullying and harassing Obie for being transgender. It's just so cruel, and you'll find out why he does that, and it's just a really big reveal when you read the book. When you get to that part, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Obie lives with his older brother and his 2 parents, mom and dad, and he has a pretty normal life until Clyde one day in the bathroom he punches Obie, and then Obie falls and his elbow hits super hard surface and it starts bleeding, and he has to go to the hospital to get stitches. Thankfully, Clyde got expelled. Obie was really worried about the Junior Olympics meet. There is a race, a meet for swimming, and then it's kind of like a tryout for the Junior Olympics team, and it's a really big deal. And since Obie has his elbow hurt, he doesn't know whether or not he'll be able to compete there, and it's a really big deal. So you'll just have to find out if he will be able to race, and second, if he does qualify, if he even races. In the middle of the book, I would say, Obie meets a really kind girl named Charlie. Charlie is very hyper, but super kind, and they just start dating. You'll get to know more about her, and I really like her as a character because she's just so happy. Not only that, she's really understanding, and Obie has trouble telling her he is transgender. You'll read later on in the book how that goes, and if Charlie's gonna be so mad and flip out, or if she is gonna be understanding and kind. There's a lot more challenges that Obie has to face, and just you find out yourself. There's so many, my heartbeat quickened when this really big problem happened, and it is just an amazing book. The lesson in Obie is Man Enough is to trust yourself. I would say during this book, Obie had a lot of challenges that he came to face, and a lot of the time he wasn't sure whether people would understand him, and just being yourself really helps. Like Obie, he was frightened, I would say, to tell Charlie he is transgender. I would say, like, just knowing that isn't gonna change who he is. He's still Obie. He's still like the same person. So, and I would just say, be yourself always, because you're you and you're special. That sounded so cringy and cheesy, sorry. I would recommend this book to kids between the ages 9 through 12. I really enjoyed this book. Thank you, NetGalley and Random House Children's Books for bringing me this book. It was amazing, fantastic, and it will come out for all of you September 7th, 2021. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this book. Remember to read on, have fun, and dream humongous big. Humongous big. Bye.